Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. Let's talk about tarot. 2 days ago, Russell Brand had a post up on X that's gotten a lot of responses, and a lot of them seem to be negative, when he was simply asking people if they had ever considered using tarot as an intuitive aid. Well, that really spoke to me because I've made no secret of the fact that I do not practice witchcraft, and I allow insights in my card reading to be intuitive and that come from either my higher self or our loving creator. And so I don't channel in the traditional way that many tarot readers do. I firmly believe if someone has a message to give to a loved one, they can pass it along to my higher creator, my higher self, and that I'll do it that way, but I'm not going to leave myself open to energies. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, with care, I believe that tarot can be used and can be very healing and positive. Absolutely, I believe that. But it has to be used carefully, just like any power tool. But anytime we're told that something is absolutely horribly evil, when it is something that can be a tool, I question that right away. Yes, I know there are a few things that there's not even a little is okay. Okay, like harming little ones. There's not even a little bit of that would be okay. But something like tarot cards, why should we throw out the baby with the bathwater when they can, with care and training, be used positively? So like I said, that really spoke to me, that post that he had, and I even left a comment on it. I'll share that with you later. It's interesting that my comment didn't seem to be viewed by very many people, even though his post got thousands of views. And I know I'm shadow banned other places, but I guess it's happening even on that platform too. So I want to ask though, we've got later this month in May, there is a horror movie coming out, and it is a horror movie, so I'm not planning to watch it. It's called Tarot. And obviously, since it's a horror movie, it's not going to show how tarot can be used positively, how it can be used constructively, how it can be used just to kind of help make a decision or to get information. So anyway, whether it's positive or negative, tarot seems to be in conversation these days. And it has been, it's a trend that's been happening, that's been accelerating ever since the lockdowns of 2021, when people had time on their hands to explore lots of things. And tarot seems to have been one of them. So I want to ask the cards if tarot is going to become more widely accepted and mainstream, especially as the positive aspects of it. Now, we know it can be used negatively. Sometimes it's in ignorance. That's why the two how-to videos that I've done that are on my channel for you to look at, I spend quite a bit of time explaining how to use them carefully and safely. And the fact that a lot of instruction on tarot doesn't include that does worry me. So on the one hand, I almost don't want tarot to become more widely accepted because it is so easy to use it incorrectly and to put yourself in some danger, spiritual type danger. So I almost don't want to get a yes on this, but we're going to ask the universe, are people going to become more aware of the positive aspects and potential of tarot? And I want to find out what the universe has to say about that. Before we do though, let's go to I'm going to go to a share screen and show you a compilation I have that includes a link to that post by Russell Brand, an article talking about why tarot's being explored more, and I'll show you that compilation. If it interests you and you'd like to look at it in closer detail or read the articles in full, you can simply click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box for this video. Let's go to that compilation and take a peek, okay? So here's a screenshot of Mr. Brand, And he posed some hypothetical questions about, I thought they were very good, thoughtful questions. Have you considered it can be an intuitive tool? And again, if we take the blindfolds off, and some of that is our cultural conditioning and programming we've had that tarot is evil, it's possible that we're going to see that there are some spiritual tools. It's funny, Catholics use rosary to help them keep track of where their prayers are. I know a lot of my born-again Christian friends, and I identify as that myself. They'll unashamedly ask for signs from God when they have a big decision. And here's my comment that I put for Russell Brand, and only 45 people 2 days later have seen it, even though 6.3 thousand saw this one from the same date, and 45,000 saw this one from the same date. But I just replied that I use tarot cards as an intuitive tool. I only permit insights from either my higher self or my loving creator in the process. What difference is asking God for a sign and asking him for a sign via the cards in front of you? None, in my opinion. And it is, again, my opinion. So here is a link to the tweet that I took the screenshot from. Here is an MSN article, so very mainstream, about the criticism he's received for this. And I guess maybe a little backstory here. The day before he did this, asking about tarot, he got an adult baptism. So he is exploring spiritual concepts and interested in that side of our lives. I'll leave it at that. Then from The Guardian, and this is a couple years old, okay, when the mystical goes mainstream, talking about how tarot was rising in popularity and use. So I included a link to that article. I thought it was fairly decent. So let's ask the universe. Are the positive ways and aspects of tarot going to become more evident? And will tarot be going more mainstream as a result? Let's see what the universe wants us to know. Again, I just want to make my position clear on this, that I believe they can be a standalone intuitive tool that can be used safely and prayerfully and positively. And that's my position on it. So, but let's see what the universe wants to know. Like I said, I'm going to be good with either answer, yes or no, on this, because as I said, you have to use these cards so carefully to use them positively. And I know there's a lot of people that don't take the time to learn that, just the same way they don't read the instruction book or take a class before they buy that big saw or whatever. I also think too, I know that there are religions, that most of them, that teach that tarot is not a standalone tool, but it falls into the realm of witchcraft and all sorts of other things, which I disagree with. But like I said, blanket statements of good or bad or right or wrong are seldom where our focus should be or what we should accept. We know that our scripture has been highly modified, shortened, abbreviated, and interpreted according to the whims of some very powerful people throughout the years. We know that, I'm sorry for the pause. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this. When we're told that tarot is evil, I would say this. Just because there is a satanic Bible, should we say all Bibles are evil? Or isn't it possible that just like one can serve the dark, one can work for the light? So I'm actually very glad that I broke free of that programming we have about tarot being evil. Very glad. And I'm glad that I saw that just like a power tool can be used wrong, it can be used right. Just like scriptures can be perverted and inverted and changed around and used for the dark side, it doesn't mean that that was written in the light won't stay there. And by the way, I've always felt like, even though our scripture's been tampered with and shortened, abbreviated, changed, all the things I listed elsewhere, I do believe there is such a powerful, loving creator that there was a limit to what was allowed to be twisted and changed, and that the big truths are still available for the searching heart to find in those holy scriptures. So, in the meantime, let's see what tarot wants us to know about tarot and acceptance and going mainstream, and if it becomes more evident to people that it can be a standalone intuitive tool and used very positively. Let's find out. So our question again is, what is the future for acceptance and more mainstream acceptance of tarot as an intuitive aid that can be used positively and safely and lovingly, plus any other insights or information the universe wants us to know? As for that movie that's coming out, I don't watch horror movies. They're designed to collect loosh, to make us fear things, and by viewing them and paying to view them, we often are giving away our implied consent to have that be the reality, that be the outcome that is allowed by the deep state, cabal, shenanigans, gang, whatever you want to call for it. So I won't be watching that. Okay, our first card is the Seven of Pentacles. Then we have the Justice card. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Five Pentacles, King of Cups, Ace of Swords. So we have a yes right there, that it will become, it being tarot cards in use, the fact that it can be used positively and separate from other disciplines that may not be quite as in the light is there, and strength again. So let's look at the cards we have now and discuss them, and I'll tell you what intuitively I'm getting. First of all, again, with a hard yes here to our general question of, will tarot, the fact that it can be used positively and as an intuitive aid, standalone type of spiritual type of use for the cards, become more widely known and accepted? We got a yes. However, it doesn't mean it's going to be used for universal acceptance. The cards so far include two major arcanas. Both of them kind of for the clarifying and insights aspects of our topic. So here is the situation is indicated with the Seven of Pentacles, which is telling us that, first of all, that the tarot cards, there is some study and discipline that has to go along with using them. And I don't think any of us ever get to where we collect all seven of those pentacles. Okay, so there's a lot more potential for tarot to be used as an intuitive aid than is currently the case. And it's only right and fair, is the clarifier I'm getting here, that it does overcome some of the bad press that's been so deliberately put out there to tell people it's evil, it's universally evil, there's just no good way to use it, it's rotten to the core. That it's right that the scales balance out and people learn the truth and then can make an informed choice about whether it's a intuitive aid that they want to explore and or accept information from. So I like that. Now, in the recent past, we have the Ten of Wands, kind of an ending of something, and I think what the ending is here is the ending of the programming and the narrative that tarot is absolutely evil. However, those of us that are tarot readers and students of tarot, we're still having to kind of go our own way and choose a path that's not mainstream to do this. That's what's indicated here with the Five of Pentacles. And in the near future position, we have the King of Cups. Now, on the one hand, he's very cool, calm, and collected, and but he can also be a little tricky. So, in other words, I think there's still going to be some misinformation out there that's still accepted. Okay, despite the fact that people are going to realize that it can be a very loving, light-filled type of energy that is used with these, that you really can use them, like I said, like I do, so that I simply access my higher self or get, those signs from our loving creator, and that no other energy is given any consent or welcome or invitation in the process. The Ace of Swords, the sword suit is a victory and success type of card here. And again, justice. So we have justice showing up both spots here, both as part of what this signifies and absolutely as the major arcana. So it's only right and fair that like I said, the scales tip back a little bit and it gets more, they get more accurate information about what tarot is and can do. And we got the strength card here, just confirming that tarot can be used very lovingly and it's a powerful tool. Again, and as I've said, it's a power tool you have to know how to use correctly. And that's being acknowledged here. Let's get 2 more cards and see what else the universe wants us to know. We have the 10 of Pentacles and another Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is, again, it's another success card. So we have another success card showing up here, which is kind of cool. And then the 10 of Pentacles, when I see this is, like I said, multi-generational family. So this could be, I'm almost thinking it's the family of tarot readers, that we're coming up on a time when we can celebrate and stand in solidarity. Those of us that do it from a light-filled perspective, we're going to, and we're going to have some success, and that can be tangible as well as non-tangible. So kind of cool. Let's recap. Russell Brand did a tweet a couple of days ago about tarot, talking about some of the meaning in some of the cards, and asking just a general question: are other people using tarot as part of their spiritual journey? And while a lot of his responses were critical, it seems to have called out the trolls on that one. I replied that I use it as an intuitive aid. And yes, I do think it can be part of a very honest spiritual journey. And that the tarot cards, while they're a power tool, can be used safely and prayerfully and positively. And in my response to his tweet, I said, what is the difference between asking our living creator for a sign or asking him for a sign through the cards that are in front of you? If he's willing to communicate with him, it's going to happen. Nothing can stop our Lord and Savior, right? So I was just asking, because of this interest in tarot, which seems to have been going on for some time and doesn't seem to be going away. And there's still, like I said, there's a lot of people that have a very, very strong negative feeling about tarot because that's what they've been taught. So my question to the universe was, is the fact that tarot can be used positively, prayerfully, going to become more, is that information going to be more available? And will the use of tarot in that fashion for positive, healing, loving type of endeavors be more widely accepted? Well, we got a yes with the Ace of Swords on that. And the card indicating this, we've got the process here. I think this was just a nod to anybody who reads tarot. It's just as if you, no matter how many times you read the Bible, you're going to learn something new from it. You're going to get something you didn't get the time before. Tarot is a lifelong pursuit, and in some cases more than one lifetime. And it's only right and fair that the bad press be overcome a little bit, because tarot can be used positively and prayerfully, and people need to be aware of that. And the King of Cups, there's still going to be some pushback, and there's going to be some disinformation out there about tarot. That's not going away, but regardless, the the ways in which tarot can be used positively is going to become more common knowledge, more accepted in common knowledge. And it looks like those of us that do use tarot positively and prayerfully are going to be glad that we do and see some exciting developments as a result. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah, I will never tell someone to put down tarot cards, and they can be a standalone intuitive tool, and that doesn't they don't need to be bundled up with other practices that may not be quite as positive. So I'll just leave it at that. So yes, the tarot tells us that the tarot and ways to use it positively, prayerfully, and carefully is going to become more common knowledge as time goes on. So that was good to find out the answer to that. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. And if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and everything bright. Bye.